What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Leah Love. I'm back for another edition. And I wanted to share something that touched my heart in a way, but also in a way makes me very, very sad because when we realize the depths of the indoctrination that Black people are under, and the fact that it's actually a generational thing that seeps deep within the skin and has Black people thinking that every white person in America is racist. And it's just so sad because, to be honest, that is actually not the truth. And we end up losing so many opportunities to enjoy life, opportunities to advance, because we are already putting ourselves in a box in which we assume that we won't, gain good things, that we won't have good experiences simply because we're Black. It is a terrible feeling to feel that way. And I also felt that way for much of my life, and I'm so happy to be free from that. So this episode is going to be great for you all who want to really free yourself from this mental enslavement, just to show you how deep it is. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Leah Love. I'm a homemaker. I'm conservative. I'm a homeschooler. And I'm just really doing my part to get the word out after having been red pilled myself and have been able to be, involved in and instrumental in red pilling other women who really want to just awaken out of the fog of what is called Black inferiority. So I want to share something very special with you. This is from another YouTuber who I also follow, Patricia, and I'll put her link down below as well. But it's a really interesting to think about the internal workings that happen in minds that are enslaved by this fear of racism. So check it out.
But I just want to talk about what I encountered on this vacation. Now, in the mornings, when I would walk through the hotel lobby, they would, of course, have CNN on. And I guess it would be like 9 in the morning, 8:30 or 9 in the mornings when I would leave my hotel to go out and see all the sights and all that. And there would be just gloom and doom. I mean, the coronavirus is killing everybody. The hospital, this is what they were saying. The hospitals are overflowing. The president is not taking it seriously. On and on and on. This would be like 9 o'clock in the mornings. When I would come back to my hotel room about 5:30 or 6 and come through the lobby, CNN would still be on and they would be saying the exact same thing. So you mean to tell me that for all that time, that's all that's been on CNN? It's all this gloom and doom. And of course, all the racism and the chaos was going on as well in the media. But what I encountered while I was on vacation was entirely the opposite of what the media was reporting. What I encountered were real Americans that love this country and that get along with everybody. Now, every place that I vacationed, I was the only Black person. I haven't seen a Black person in 15 days. Every place that I went on vacation, every hotel that I stayed in, everywhere I went, I only interacted with white people. And those people treated me like royalty. Now, they didn't treat me any different just because I was Black. I don't even think they even noticed. See, nobody noticed that I was Black but me. It was obvious. I was the only one that noticed that I was Black. Between the locals and the tourists themselves, the people in the stores and the wait staffs at the hotels and at the restaurants, I was treated with nothing but respect and royalty, really. Because, see, I'm a paying customer, just like everyone else. So they didn't treat me any different. They didn't act like I was special because I was Black. They treated me like a human being. So I was looking for the racism. Now, I knew, first of all, that there is all this racism that they're talking about is not true. I've never really experienced any racism. But this vacation, during this time when all this racism talk is going on from the liberal media and the Black race baiters, this vacation proved the lie. Now, I vacationed in wealthy areas with wealthy white people, the locals and the tourists. I was the only Black person in anywhere that I went. And all I got was good conversation. I met a lot of people that love America. Just a good time. I went to this one oceanfront wealthy place in Maine. and they have like this walking path through this wealthy neighborhood. Okay, there's houses on the right if you're going, I guess, in this direction. The houses on the right are right on the beach, and the houses on the left are right there. So it's just a path in between, and anybody can walk through this path. These were wealthy people, big, beautiful homes. And so I'm walking down the path, and people are just talking to me, people that live there. And I'm like, you live in this beautiful neighborhood? And it's like, yeah. And I'm saying, you have a getaway. You can get away from all the noise and chaos. I talked to several people during walking up and down that path. But I encountered these three ladies. They were walking a dog, two dogs, and I was talking about how cute the dogs were. And then we stopped and we were talking. And they lived there because I asked them, did they live there? And they each pointed out the house that they lived in. And I told them I was from Texas, and we were just talking, and after about 10 minutes of me talking with these ladies, they told me, please don't go back to Texas. Stay here with us. Now, these were liberal. This is in Maine, and I know these people probably vote Democrat, probably, because it's a liberal state. But I'm a black woman. These were white women, wealthy white women, encountering a strange black woman in their neighborhood, walking past their homes. And what did they say? Please stay. Don't go back to Texas. Stay here with us. Okay, so I'm looking for the racism. Okay, I'm looking for the racism.
So she had an amazing testimony, and I really wanted to share that with you all because she typically talks about politics and, things that are going on in this country, but she literally had to take a moment during the midst of this chaos and misinformation to share her experience. And it's so crazy the way the, mainstream media is constantly pushing this narrative to make Black people fearful, to create this environment of, chaos and, misinformation and mistrust of everything that's going on. And it's just so sad that the Black community, so many of them are buying it hook, line, and sinker and not really interacting with other white people, or they are, but they refuse to come out of the mental fog that they're being played. And it's really, really important for us, if we're going to survive, if we're going to thrive, is that we come into a level of reality, that is real. And this narrative that the media is pushing, it's becoming like so incredibly apparent. It's transparent. It's out of this world. It's full of lies. And at the end of the day, when you ask most Black people if they didn't think anybody else was hearing them, and they were to be asked, have you really experienced racism as if it's 1890s? They would have to tell you no, unless they are truly dysfunctional and in an alternate world. But the bottom line is, the people of today, of 2020, are not experiencing racism like Black Lives Matter and the media is pushing. There may be incidents here or there, but this is not the 1890s. Black people have had wonderful, wonderful progress. We've got people doing so many different things throughout this country, and it will do us so much good to release this fear. It is indoctrination, and it's simply fear. All you got to do is act like a normal human being, respect the laws, be polite, and you'll be fine. The problem is when you have people who are not following the law and then who are not complying when they get caught. That's really the main issue that has had BLM out in the streets all these times, because they are representing criminals as opposed to really wanting to do something for Black Lives Matter and for Black lives. And can I just simply ask, because I had an exchange today on my Instagram channel, and this liberal person was going back and forth with me, and I asked them, and by the way, where's all the money? If Black Lives Matter really cared about Black people, where's the money? Where's the hundreds of millions of dollars that have been donated to this cause? Are they building schools? Are they, feeding the poor? Are they creating programs that can help people get back on their feet who need it? But we have not heard of any massive programs to funnel that money to the Black community, because it's not about the Black community. And so I love when we have truth tellers out here in the world who are telling the truth, that this narrative on social media and on mainstream media is a complete lie. It is programming. It is an attempt to control the country and to control your mind. And it's time that we wake up. So thank you all for being here for yet another video. If you like this content, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell. And more importantly, if you know someone who needs this information, even if they may not necessarily accept it, by all means, please do share these videos so that we can get the word out, because it's time for us to wake up. Because one thing is for sure, when all of this passes, it is going to be Black people who are going to suffer the brunt of months of, being the mascot for a very destructive and anarchist movement. It's Black people that is going to pay the cost of this. And so I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. I'm LeahLoveOnline on all social media platforms. And I also have a Patreon that's called The Bus Transfer, where I really get into the nitty gritty about, how it feels and what it means to be newly conservative. And so I've got some great topics that I cover in there as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.